Chapter 142, Using the Sea Enlightenment, Art 1. Through the dragon whale in the sea, Xu Qing could clearly see that the terrifying existence at the bottom of the sea had yet to leave. Instead, it twisted its body and stopped in the distance. Its dragon, or crocodile-like head was facing them. Its cold gaze revealed a killing intent as it locked onto Xu Qing's boat and the dragon whale below. It seemed to be weighing the strength of its prey before it moved for the kill. Its body was like a huge penguin, more than 2,000 feet tall. Its majestic dragon fins swayed slightly, and barnacles grew all over them, emitting countless tiny tentacles. The most astonishing thing was its exaggerated and slender neck, which had a row of sharp black spikes. It was indeed a plesiosaur. This was one of the common hunters in the Forbidden Sea that had been mentioned in the sea record. Xu Qing's breathing hastened slightly, but he still maintained his composure. His experience in the Forbidden Zone's jungle allowed him to know that unless there was no possibility of fighting against a powerful ferocious beast, he couldn't show any fear. This was especially so for the plesiosaur that the sea record had described. It was cautious by nature, so once it felt that the enemy wasn't someone to be trifled with, it would leave. A cold glint flashed in Xu Qing's eyes. The two of you, spread out your cultivation bases and form a deterrence. Senior Sister Ding didn't say a word and immediately did as she was told. Her cultivation base erupted even more intensely, forming fluctuations. Although Zhao Zhongneng was stupid, he wasn't hopelessly stupid. He hurriedly spread out his cultivation and even controlled the phoenix to assume an attacking posture. All of this caused the plesiosaur to be a little restless. Its body slowly moved, but it clearly didn't want to give up. Xu Qing narrowed his eyes and let out a cold snort. He then performed a one-handed seal and the 8-wing sail on the magic boat immediately contracted. At the same time that the protective barrier was fully activated, the cultivation base in his body circulated at full force. Amidst the rumbling, the aura of the 8th level of the mountains and seas art erupted. A shadow appeared behind him. It had dry and cracked skin, green body, spiral horn, and red crazed eyes. The moment Ba appeared, it let out a ferocious roar toward the bottom of the sea. An astonishingly high temperature spread out fiercely. This high temperature was strange, like it couldn't be extinguished. Water vapor appeared on the surrounding sea, causing the surroundings to be a little hazy. The plesiosaur immediately became restless, as though it was very uncomfortable with this sudden change. It began to retreat, but the extent wasn't great. This scene caused Senior Sister Ding's eyes to widen, revealing intense light. Zhao Zhongneng even gasped. The gaze he used to look at Xu Qing once again revealed astonishment. Xu Qing didn't bother with the two of them. At that moment, all his attention was on the plesiosaur. After using the mountains and seas art, he also circulated his sea transformation art with all his might without hesitation. Immediately, the seawater in the surroundings of the magic boat transformed into wild undercurrents. There was also the violent aura of the dragon whale that locked onto the plesiosaur. Not only that, but the horn and forelegs of Xu Qing's magic boat also emitted a resplendent light that carried intense deterrence as it spread out. The devouring power contained in the horn and the 3,000 blades in each leg were all prepared to erupt at this moment. The chill was astonishing, causing the plesiosaur's entire body to tremble. The spikes on its neck swayed rapidly. Clearly, it felt an intense threat and was in a standoff with Xu Qing. Xu Qing's gaze fused with the dragon whale's eyes as he stared coldly. Just like that, the time it took for an incense stick to burn passed. The plesiosaur sensed that Xu Qing wasn't someone to be trifled with. It circled around and slowly retreated. In the end, it gave up on hunting, disappearing into the distance. Xu Qing didn't let down his guard. He maintained a fully armed state and controlled the magic boat to move. Only after the magic boat had completely left this sea area for a long while did he let out a deep breath. At the sigh, Senior Sister Ding and Zhao Zhongneng on the phoenix heaved a sigh of relief. The sea record said that this sea beast doesn't like to take risks and will only attack when it is 100% confident. As expected, Xu Qing looked at the sea in front of him. He knew that this place was actually just the coastal area. It was far from the deep sea area. However, even so, it was already so dangerous. One could imagine that the entire sea must be extremely strange and dangerous. Xu Qing's gaze landed on the fragmented face of the god in the sky. Everything was because of his arrival. His appearance changed all living beings, making everything even more ferocious and terrifying. Xu Qing looked at the sea silently. The image of the plesiosaur from earlier slowly emerged in his mind, and a look of contemplation appeared in his eyes. Its appearance seems to be more suitable for survival in the Forbidden Sea. Xu Qing pondered. After he sat down cross-legged, he performed a series of hand seals with both hands. Immediately, the appearance of the dragon whale under his magic boat slowly changed under his attempts. At the same time, senior sister Ding and Zhao Jianan, who had escaped danger, heaved a sigh of relief. They also looked at Xu Qing. The former's expression became brighter, while the latter's bitterness and horror still lingered. Although they didn't see Xu Qing attack, the might of his aura, the terror of the bot shadow, and the existence of the Forbidden Sea dragon whale made the two of them very clear that Xu Qing was even stronger than they had imagined. Blood and Chet turning into shadow. Not only did this Su guy form the Forbidden Sea dragon whale with the sea transformation art, but his body refinement has also reached the great circle of perfection. How can he be so strong? Notably, is this junior brother so good-looking? But his cultivation level is even deeper than what I judged previously. Moreover, he might have some hidden cards that he hasn't used yet. There's a high chance that such a person can reach the foundation building realm in the future. Just when they were thinking of different things, the changes in the dragon whale under Xu Qing's magic boat were getting bigger and bigger.